Hey everybody, it's Ben. Go Ben, and so forth. Let's see. Let's fix the YouTube. Okay, that's fixed. That looks right. The sound is off. Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to Sub Sunday. Let's see, YouTube chat. Go McDonald's. Not very vegan friendly. Not very friendly at all. Karen just streamed about 7 hours of poker earlier today. And she finished about an hour and a half ago or so. And now I get to stream. Hooray. $564 subs. What else? It's Karen. Or the dog figured out how to open the door.
Yeah.
Burger King has a vegan burger called the Impossible Whopper, but you have to make sure there's no mayonnaise. It's Karen. Special appearance by Karen. She won't be joining us tonight because she's going to be watching football. Something like that.
Let me see the OBS for a second.
The OBS is up.
Oh, good. Yeah. All right. We'll go back up.
Mm-hmm. Go Kamala is correct. So we have 10 games today, which is a good amount of games. And there was a rest day today in the U.S. Championship and U.S. Women's Championship. However, Carissa Yip still won her game. Amazing. Didn't even play. Yeah, somebody likes their iced tea. It must be Donald Trump. There's some fake video going around showing Naroditsky cheating. Nobody questions if the video's real or not. Seems like it's just fake, but Kramnik believes it because it goes to what he says. And then the grandmaster friend of mine sent me a message like, wow, this looks really bad for Naroditsky. Anyway, I've never seen a fake video on the internet, so he must be guilty. Oh, snap. Man, people are dumb. Yes. In fact, I was just talking about it. Thanks, Tom Flo. Hopefully he'll be sued and lose and stop harassing everybody on the internet. You won't be able to stay. No. No, but they said Bobby Fischer died when he was 64 years old. But I just found video of him talking, so this is it must be investigate. We must investigate it. It's all fake. Have you seen Danya's responses to Kramnik? I have not. But you guys giving Kramnik any credence is what makes the insane, get some traction in this world. Yeah, when Kramnik makes a video, I just laugh. Sometimes there's responses, but it doesn't matter to me. Anyway, hopefully Kramnik is banned soon. The only person who clearly cheated on chess.com was Kramnik. Danya wrote a 2-page response. A lot of Kramnik fans here. Yeah, a lot of Trump fans too. Basically the same people. Like, if you've decided you don't like Trump, then you have to not like Kramnik too. I'm sorry. But if you like Trump and you like people who lie a lot and don't tell the truth and you're not discerning because you're not very bright, then you'll like Kramnik also. So you have to decide if you're smart or not, and you decided that a long time ago. You went for the Kramnik-Trump duet of lies and nonsense. The truth hurts. But this is a Kamala stream, so we don't believe nonsense here. Kramnik was kicked off of chess.com for cheating more than once. Kramnik was also accused of cheating against Topolov, which I never believed. Although now I'm starting to wonder, because he's a cheater at heart. So I don't know. Hopefully Kramnik didn't cheat in a world championship match. I never believed that he did, but now I don't know what to believe. Kramnik says everybody's cheating, so he must be cheating. You got to take him by his word. Kramnik was kicked off like a month ago for cheating, and he was kicked off a few months ago for cheating. He gets like a 1-month ban. Yay, Manmoth subscribed. My dogs are furious. No, I slightly turned my head. I have 3 monitors, so I'm turning my head all the time. But I never beat anybody, so he never accuses me of cheating. If I win 1 game, then I'm finished. But even when I play the viewers, like yesterday, I lose games and draw games. Just for that, I won't analyze your game. At some point, some grandmaster is going to sue Kramnik, and he'll get his team of lawyers and mathematicians in a clown car and drive him to court, and we'll see what's what. Can't just accuse everybody who ever lived of cheating every time and let gawking rabble like you guys believe it. I never get paired with Kramnik because he's usually banned from chess.com, and I never play him. If I deliberately cheated, then I would be banned. I'm not going to cheat on chess to prove Kramnik right. Man, people have dumber solutions than even Kramnik. Anyway, you're all banned on YouTube and you're all banned on Twitch. Plus ban asterisk. I wonder what happened to kangaroo. It's man moth. Man moth is probably secretly Magnus. It's a secret though, so I shouldn't say anything. I like to wait till 7 before we do any viewer game analysis. Although I don't know what to do until 7, so I think I'll turn music on and I'll dance like Trump. I could do that for 20 minutes. Trump did it for 40 minutes. Vegan chili recipe is on the internet listed as Uncle Rocco's vegan chili. So go to a search engine, type in Uncle Rocco's vegan chili, and you'll see the recipe. I found out about it about 15 years ago, and then I started making it. I haven't made vegan chili in a while. I thought about it a few days ago, and then I forgot. You made vegan chili was bad and your children's children. And you should feel bad. Yeah, I put some hot stuff in the chili also that is not in the recipe, like jalapenos or red pepper flakes or Tabasco or something. I put something hot in there so it's spicier. And Karen likes it even spicier. You're my biggest fan? What do you weigh, 450, 500? I have some pretty big fans. Ten episodes, season 1 on Danya. That would be a good series. Why do you support Kamala? In my opinion, both Trump and Kamala suck. Trump is a terrible person, and Kamala is just not fit in running the country. Well, that's good arguments. Well, one of them's going to win, and since Trump is the worst person on earth, hopefully it's Kamala. You still doing ATL Chess Club lectures? No. My fans are bigger than Arnold Palmer. Also, is Arnold Palmer alive? I think he was alive. You don't see Uncle Rocco, just regular Rocco? All right, maybe it's just regular Rocco. It's trying to learn. Kamala's biggest fan. Is Trump worse than Putin? I don't know, probably. Is Trump worse than Erdogan? The guy from Turkey? Probably. Is J.D. Vance worse than Ted Cruz? Nobody knows. These questions are too complicated. That's funny, Mark. Oh, yeah, I heard that Trump went to McDonald's. Is Nepo worse than Kramnik? No. You always have nice shirts. Does Karen buy them? I bought this one. JD is smarter than Tim Walz. That seems incredibly wrong. I don't think J.D. Vance is smarter than anybody. Except maybe Trump. Opposite of Grandmaster is correct. The hair can never be obscured from view. That's right. Who's worse, Hans or Trump? Well, Trump, obviously. What's wrong with Hans? You thought I hate Hans. Why do you think that? Man, thinking isn't your strong suit. Everything you type in the chat is wrong. I'm guessing you're 8 years old. That's my guess. If you're younger than 8, I apologize. Is there anybody in chat who's not ADHD? Or is all of you are on the spectrum? That's my question. Is there just anybody? There's one person. Can the monorail outrun the Flash? Ooh, that's a good question. Kramnik spent the last 3 weeks accusing Danya, making several videos. Who died centuries ago. Kramnik should be somebody who died centuries ago. That's right. You're AD 4K? Wow. That's even better than HE. Yeah, Karen's not on the spectrum. I think she's the only one. Not been diagnosed. What? Ooh, the islets of Langerhans. Or Langerhans. That's even better. You have ADD and OCD. Isn't it CDO? Aren't you supposed to alphabetize it? Oh, snap. Yeah, we have a lot of good early balloting in Georgia. It was hard for Karen and I to vote. Kobe. How come there's a player in the NFL named Kobe Bryant? Nobody ever mentions it, but it's true. Hud said something disrespectful about your appearance, which is why I thought you hate him. What? Hans being dumb doesn't mean that I hate him. A lot of people are dumb. What's Trump selling today? The answer is fries. That's true. Why is LeBron way better than MJ? I don't know. He scores more? I don't know. You're instantly agoraphobic. That's what he said. Ben, why are you so mean? Why can't you be like Anna Kramling? If I was like Anna Kramling, then you couldn't tell us apart. Man, the tensor extension banned you and your children's children. I didn't think that was worth a banning. I thought that was pretty accurate. I'd have to beat somebody good for Kramnik to accuse me of cheating. So he's not going to do that. Kramnik spends all his time trying to find videos of me beating people and accuse me of cheating, but he can't find any. He's like, man, Ben plays in Title Tuesday, gets 6, 6.5, 7, 6.5. God damn. I thought he was a grandmaster. Prague lost to a 23-47 today. Man, the truth hurts. Yeah, but in my Mamajarov game, the computer hated all of my moves and said I was always lost. And then at the end, I had like mate in 3 and I played like mate in 6 because I didn't see the mate in 3. But yeah, before that, I was like, you suck, you're worse, everything you do is wrong. The computer thinks I made like 10 mistakes that game. Terrible. You can't wait until I win Title Tuesday. Hey, you're going to wait a long time. And then it's not going to happen. Hey, we killed 10 minutes. That's pretty good. All right, we got 73 viewers on YouTube and 97 on Twitch. Can somebody on Twitch donate 36 subs? Thanks in advance. Man, 10-star extension and I think alike. We both said 36 subs at the same time. Had some laughs, killed some time. Okay, it's time for our favorite part of the show. What does that say? Talk to the audience. This is always death. What does that say? Is it true Danny Wrench sent a threatening email to you after you criticized them? Han said that in his Gotham interview. Yeah, I don't know. Only Karen knows. Danny Ranch sauce, frankly, delicious. Who is smarter, J.D. Vance or Ralph Wiggum? Probably J.D. Vance, but it's close. You just noticed this was live? Oh, you thought that you were watching a video, and you're like, this video's pretty good. It's current. I was considering playing in the World Blitz, and Rapid, but I play so badly, and I'm not allowed to play unless I get a special exemption because my rating's too low. So I guess I won't play. I'd have to beg to play, and then I have to spend thousands of dollars on travel and hotel expenses. Then I'd lose all my games. Then they would say, why'd you give him an exemption? So I guess I give up. Always give up. Then I thought about playing in the U.S. Masters, but that's Thanksgiving, and that's when Holden's visiting us from MIT, and Archer will be here, and family's here. So I was like, well, I'm going to lose all my games whenever I play, so I got to make it a really good tournament. Get some, good material for content. Did you guys see the article on CNN where Hikaru claims he's done more for chess than Magnus, and him in Gotham chess, and online chess is where chess is at now. Magnus didn't do anything for online chess, so he sucks. But I don't mean to brag, but I'm the greatest, and so forth. And then Matt Larson asked me if that was parody, and I said no. And he said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever read. So there you go. I think Kramnik has done more for chess. Rawr. Well, okay, maybe not. But Kramnik's funny. I'm starting to like Kramnik. Maybe your rent is is too expensive. Maybe if your rent was cheaper, you'd only... Oh, actually, wait, that would be the other way around. Maybe your rent's too expensive. Maybe if you paid more rent, then it would only cost you 2 weeks of rent. So you should live somewhere more expensive, so when you travel, it's not so expensive. Thank you. Now, please donate. No, but Ben Feingold says never play f6. But okay, f6 in this position is best move. So we must investigate. We must investigate. This position, engine gives f6, and Feingold looks to the side and says f6. I would never play such a move. How can engine recommend it? Well, he's playing game. So he's obviously using engine. Time to make 10 videos proving my point. Man, in Kramnik's videos, he's like, okay, this video we're going to do this. Then he talks for 5 minutes about nothing. Then he says, okay, let's get to the proof. And then he talks for 5 minutes again about nothing. And then he says, okay, now we're really going to watch what I want you to watch. But first, I want to talk to you about something that happened last week. And I'm like, well, where's the stuff you're going to talk about? For more information on this proof, see my next video. And I'm like, well, I watched this video for the proof. Where's the proof? Man, Kramnik, see, here's what Danya should do. Danya should do a video of Kramnik investigating him, but Danya plays Kramnik. So Danya's cheating all the time, and I have to investigate. Part 1 of my 12-part series. Except Danya's the one doing the investigation as Kramnik. I won a game against a super strong grandmaster. He wasn't like a really weak grandmaster, lose all his games. Yeah, your spelling of Marg Velashvili has like 7 mistakes in it. Your spelling of Georgi's okay. I turn my face to the left, still no engine in sight. I turn my head to the east, still no engine in sight. I turn my head to the north. I said this thing, Stockfish, has pride. I turned my head to the south. Then I saw Leela resigned. I think that's what Kramnik was saying in his video. Music by Kramnik and Justin Timberlake. Still no engine in sight. Is it still Discord to submit games? I mean, it was an hour ago. Oh, snap. Move to the UK. No, anywhere but the UK. I'll move, but not to the UK. I don't want to live in Kentucky. No Rupp Arena for me. Wait, that's a UK Kentucky joke. That's correct. Move back to Belgium. Go back to Belgium. I can't believe the Republican Party is so enamored with an African American. That's not really their style. But somehow they like Musk. It's disgusting. That's good Kramnik spelling imitation. No, Tinu Chess is doxing themselves. No. What could stop Kramnik? Seriously. You being serious on my stream? Maybe you should have banned Shadow Sprite. Oh, snap. Shadow Sprite, since you're obviously on the spectrum, you don't have to chat every 10 seconds. You could chat every 20 seconds. Then you would chat less. Then you could make it 30 seconds, and then a minute. Then you could go to somebody else's stream. Although everybody here is on the spectrum, so I guess that wouldn't help. It's Tong Kong. Did you ever see any cheaters in the pre-internet days? Never. Nobody's ever cheated. Ben is on the Spectrum? I am? I mean, we do have Spectrum Internet, so maybe I am using Spectrum. How many countries have you been to with chess? What? I think every country has chess. Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We just got on Chess TV a little bit, but we haven't gotten the numbers yet. Yeah, I like that. I want 2 equal checks. One for me and one for my cheating opponent with me. Oh. What's that thing on the ground? I'm going to go investigate. It looks like a dead bug. Yep. It was a dead roach. Yeah, roaches like to go to the middle of the floor to die. They want to have a big, harumph. Okay, we're on Chess TV. Hi, everybody. I'm Ben. Today's Sub Sunday. So if you're watching, then you're required to sub to the stream because it's Sub Sunday. I don't know. And we look at games that subs submitted on Discord beforehand. If you want to know how to submit games, it's basically impossible. So forget about it. Okay, so Sit Bear writes, somebody do a marker for game 1. Yeah, thank you, Tensor. There's nothing more satisfying than a nice, long, and relaxing game when you're simply up a piece the whole time. 93% with no inaccuracies. Undefeated streak game number 3. Ugh. Okay, so our hero is white. Game 90, delay 5. This was played a few months ago at the Baltimore Open. It's a collie. Now it's more melancholy. Yeah, black giving away the 2 bishops isn't the best way to handle this. Now white has the 2 bishops. Probably bishop b5 is better, but taking is okay. Now, this is a game that I'm currently playing, and my engine says that I have a clear advantage and that I should castle and then play b3, bishop b2. But I'm not using an engine to cheat. Oh, snap. Okay, so d4, good move. Knight e4, that's a mistake. Sit Bear said he made no inaccuracies, but knight e4 is an inaccuracy. Better is to take on d4. Bishop b4 check is inaccurate also. Black should play knight e5 and get that bishop back. I want my bishop back, bishop back, bishop back. Ooh, that's a big mistake, pinning his own knight. King f8, exclam, and the position is equal according to the engine. Now white has a big advantage. Yay, thanks, Confused John. You're the best. Double question mark, hanging the knight on e5. Notice the knight is pinned, so the knight isn't defended on e5. So that was a big blunder, which white took advantage of. And then white's a piece up, so the rest was pretty simple. Nothing to see here. Okay, so that was a one-move game. In the position after queen d5, like, it wasn't clear who was going to win this game because all the moves are just random legal moves. It's like, random move generator. There's like a list of moves and the Terminator picks one and then the move is played. So there was random move generator this game. And then white played queen d5 because white's queen was attacked. Probably didn't notice he was attacking the knight. And then obviously black should castle, but black like hung his knight on e5, and then the game was over, basically. Because this is... And this position here reminds me of a game that I won in the 2001... 2001? 2001, that's right. Yeah. 2001 National Open, where I was playing at 2200 in round one, and I was the first game finished in the National Open because he also blundered a piece like this guy did. What does my engine say? It says castles. Okay, and I thought about 7 minutes on queen takes c7, and my opponent played this in 1 second. White's a play and win. Queen takes d4 is a blunder. Anybody? Yeah, good for you, Rue Big Scoob. 314159. Pie. In 2001 in June, I think. Or no, it was in March. Yeah, queen takes c8. And the best part of this is if black plays knight c6, which he didn't do, then I take on a8. That's the best part. Yeah, my opponent took this, and we got this position. This reminds me of the game that you just showed. And then my opponent played quickly the next few moves and then resigned. But you don't see me submitting that game. That game was 23 years ago. I was actually the first game done in the National Open because this game lasted like 20 minutes. Because he played quickly and got to move 25 and then resigned. He just didn't want to lose in like 10 moves. I turn my head to the right, still no engine in sight. I turn my head to the north, swallow that pill that they call pride. My opponent's pieces weren't very long. I took them, and then Trump talked about his schlong. The pieces are dead and gone, dead and gone. Hey! I am funny, that's right. How old were you when you won your first tournament? I don't know. Well, this game was 23 years ago. I can't remember the next 10 moves, just up to here. But he played quickly before resigning. Okay, go Kamala. Okay, what's the next game? Somebody do a marker. Hey, Ben, you complain I didn't write anything about my game. So this week you get the full story. This game, I tried a line against the Trompowski, which I saw you play in Title Tuesday, but it turned out I don't know how to play the middle game in that line. I mean, you don't know how to play the middle game in any line. Anyway, many blunders happened, shocking, and somehow survived to a rook ending, which I thought I couldn't possibly lose. But luckily, I've learned from the best. I hope you enjoy this game, and the viewers do too. Looking forward to watching the VOD later. Okay, so black is our hero. These are lead chess ratings, 2130 and 2160. So basically beginner chess. And it's 20-minute with a 10-second increment is the time control. This is all fine. Yeah, white's better here because white played knight e2 and f4. That's a good way to meet this line. Typically, black retreats the queen much earlier and gets off of this file. Ooh, f5. I don't like that move. I mean, they're lead chess ratings. But yeah, I would never consider the move f5. Knight d2 is good, develops a knight. Chris Tarugo, go Ben. Thank you. Yeah, now black is doing quite well. Bishop e7 is a weird move. Yeah, you just play g4 and then you want to put your bishop on h6. Yeah, it's weird to play h4. You want to play g4 because you have a dark squared bishop over there. You want to open up dark squared diagonals. Rook c8, that just doesn't make any sense. Rook c8. Rook f2. Yay, $3.99 Canadian. Thanks, Thomas Beckett. You're my favorite writer or something. These moves aren't so bad. Rook h7 is not good. Bishop d5. Rook b8. Bishop takes b7. Rook takes b7 was a good move. Queen a8 check, terrible. And now black is fine. That just loses all of his pieces. So in this position, queen takes d4 just ends the game. Because everything's hanging. Queen takes d4 wins everything. Or c3, I mean. Queen takes c3. See, what's my engine say? It says you're currently playing and you should play queen takes c3. Okay, good. Okay, so for some reason, white hung c3, losing everything. And then black didn't play and black got rid of their bishop. That move loses. That move is equal. Black just hung his pawn and white didn't take it. Every move here is just awful. Yeah, now black's lost again. King takes e6. God damn. Now it's equal again. Black has perpetual here. Just rook takes pawn check and queen g3 check and perpetual. This is a draw. Black lost this? This is hard to lose. I'm interested to see how black lost. Well, now black's lost. Yeah, just rook here is a draw. Rook takes, king here. Just it's 2 against 1 on the same side. Now you're lost. Yeah, because you can't defend your h-pawn. I guess you resigned here, but you wouldn't resign 2 versus 0. Your opponent's 2100 on lead chess. If I was black, I'd play for a win here. You can't resign. So the worst move of the game was resigning, unless you lost on time, which is even worse. Yeah, that was just like a bunch of random moves. And then somebody won because black resigned for no reason. Yeah, you never resign rook and 2 versus rook. You have to force your opponent to win, especially when it's a fast time control. My recommendation is don't ever play on chess.com because you'll see what your actual strength is. Oh, it's going to be 3 digits. Yeah, there's just a lot of blunders in this game. Like every move is a blunder. If we do a game review, it's going to be like in the single digits. Yeah, the guy had white and he just resigned here because he figured the rook would beat his rook and 2 pawns. He was going to mouse slip rook f4 check. He knew it. The guy who submitted the game was black. That's why black was on the bottom the whole game. It's hard to even do the rest of the stream after looking at that game. Ugh. Maybe the next game will be better because it can't be worse. Okay, Bonarici, I know that he submitted the game because he spelled his own name wrong. Ugh. Only Bonarici spells his own name wrong, and then possibly Trump would do that, or Vance. I would like to say I sacked the exchange on move 14 and it's on purpose, but it's a lie. I didn't see a thing. I was delighted when he traded his octopus knight on d6 for my rook on h8. But I have to be honest, I never saw him getting his knight to d6 because I didn't notice knight b5 first attacks the queen, then knight d6 is check. After knight takes h8 on move 17, I felt like I was sure to win because who trades away their octopus knight? This was in the Riviera. That place felt like home with the National Open each year. But now, sadly, it's been demolished and is only history. I don't know if sadly is the right word I would use. Finally would be a better word. How many games are we doing? As many as were submitted, which happens to be 10. Oh, man, I feel sick after looking at that game. Blah. Did somebody do a thing? Did Tensor Extension do a marker? Next game, that's good. Let's see, what happened on my phone? Oh, I should charge my phone. Remember, if my eyes move even for a second, I'm cheating. If my eyes just aren't staring straight like this, then if I like look here, it's cheating. Let's see, what's on my phone? Okay, so Bonarici's our hero. He's black. Sounded like a French defense the way he was describing knight d6 and such. Okay, so the engine doesn't like the way white's playing. Queen c7. Don't develop your queen in the opening. Develop your knight. Knight e7. G5? Wow. Black puts all his pieces over here and then plays G5. Frankly, terrible. Long castle. Wow. I never would have thought of it. So now your opponent wants to go here, attacking your queen, and then here, and you didn't see that. Even though it's a French defense. So, like, white always wants to do that. Blah. Yeah, knight takes f7, knight takes h8 is correct. Boy, the engine says h5 or queen g7 is best. Man, you play like you like the Riviera. Oh, snap. Yeah, c4 is okay. h4 is good. Dogs don't like it. Doesn't like that move. It wants white to play bishop f6. Now, if you play queen f4, you're not even lost anymore. No, not queen g7, which is also good. So in this position, after bishop e4, white is slightly better. Now white's losing because he allowed you to play knife f5. And you didn't even say knife f5 in the preamble to the game. Knife f5. Now black is winning. That octopus knight should be on d6, even though the engine liked taking the rook. Oops, I went back. Yeah, black's winning here. White's king is too exposed. It doesn't make any sense. Bam! But your opponent's not very good. Man, the truth hurts. Two bishops, what else? Never play f3. Oh, that's mate. I thought black should play h3, but bishop takes f3 mate is better. Two bishops, what else? You actually played very well that game. Like, you missed knight b5. Sometimes you miss stuff. And then after that, you played great. My only recommendation is to learn how to spell your name. There's an I at the end. Not Boneric. It's not Bonerific. It's Bonerici. Very good game by Bonerici. That makes me feel better after the last game, which made me sick. This game, black sacrificed the exchange, got a big kingside attack, and prosecuted it with the efficiency of a Kamala Harris prosecution. Because first white was doing well, then black was doing well, just like in a Kamala prosecution. Yay, Levy's a GM, somebody said. Yay, Levy's a grandmaster. Finally. He went from no norms and 2350 FIDE in like one day to all the norms and the 2500. Congrats. I knew he would do it. Now he has to give Kramnik and Hans $100,000 each, plus tip. Don't forget the tip. Nice happy ending. Well, this game was played in Las Vegas, so there could have been a happy ending. I don't know. Riviera's pretty skanky. So Levy dressed up as a GM for Halloween. That's funny. No, they just want $100,000. They don't want $1 million. $1 million would be to make Levy world champion. Hey, I'm such a Levy fan. I think his chances of becoming world champion are about the same as his becoming grandmaster. I think it can be done. Levy said he was going to adopt me, but the food bill was too high. So he decided to let me live with Karen instead. I predict Pia will win, although she is in her 60s. So do you guys think if there was a 10-game match, slow chess, between Ding and Gotham Chess, that Gotham Chess would get 0 or more than 0? Remember, Ding's not playing well, So, you know. All draws because Ding would offer them. He'd at least draw once. He could get draws. We got to set up the match. Ding versus Gotham chess, slow chess, adoption match. Man, that would break the internet. Everybody would love that. It's hard to believe that Pia could win a match when she's 60. I guess she could. I don't know. Obviously, everybody's rooting for Pia. You think Gotham would score 1 out of 10? Maybe. I don't know. Ten and a half out of 10 games? Wow. Ding did even better than the number of games. Got 10 and a half out of 10. Okay, next game. It's from our good friend Clark. Hi, Ben. In the final round of the fall TNM, my opponent played a line I'd never faced nor really ever looked at in the Nightorf and got a very nice position. Luckily, he missed a winning tactic after knight takes d5, and we entered an unpleasant endgame for black. Luckily, he sort of lost the thread of the position, offered me a draw on move 26, which I took because I thought that was the best result I could expect from the position. This is game in 2 hours, delay 5, Mechanics Institute, etc. Mainly, etc. Did somebody do a thing? Did somebody do a marker? Oh, I'm not passively aggressively attacking Gotham. I'm just attacking Gotham. It's not passive aggressive. It's just aggressive. Anyway, speaking of that, go Lions. Yay. They kicked a last-minute field goal to cover the spread or something. I've never played Pia or Anna. Or Dan. Or Pia's husband or whatever he is. So I pointed out that Pia Kramnik was married to Belon Lopez, and then several people on my channel about 2 weeks ago said they're not married, they just live together. On the Wikipedia, it says they met in 84 and got married 4 years later. So, what? I'm not saying that they're married. I'm just saying the internet says they're married. I always thought they were married. Yeah, Pia's 61. I don't know why people thought they weren't married. He was her coach. My friend says you can argue that Naka 1-0. You could argue Naka has brought more people to the internet chess than Magnus, but you could also argue Beth Harmon did too. I always thought they were married, and people told me they weren't. It seems like they were. The poll ended 1-0. I don't understand the poll. very Swedish not to actually marry. But it says they're married. Why would Wikipedia lie? Who's married? Pia Kramnik and her husband, who's also a grandmaster. Juan Belon Lopez from Spain. It's VI Pam. Go Pam. It's Pam. Pam can bring home the bacon and fry it up in a pan, even though we're vegan. I'm having some kind of procedure October 31st. EMG or something? Something where they stick a needle into your muscle and then they see if you're alive. If you go, ow, that hurts, then you're alive. But if you're like, oh, I don't feel that at all, then you're in trouble. Yeah, they throw me into a lake afterwards, and if I float, then I'm a witch. But if I drown, then I'm fine. A brain biopsy? No. It's some kind of magnetic, thing. Yeah, it's the procedure. Yeah, that's what it is. You're super subscribed. What? You're not subscribed at all. You're banned. A brain biopsy? That doesn't sound good. Brains. Can't find any brains. No, it's not an MRI. I said what it was, but maybe I said the wrong thing. Let's see, EMG. Yeah, it is an EMG. I said what it was, and you guys were like, is it something else? Electromyography. It measures muscle response or electrical activity in response to a nerve stimulation of the muscle. It helps detect neuromuscular abnormalities. Like, I can't say words. Anyway, it says it's the most fun you can have. Checking my emails. Kamala Harris, can I call you? No, I'm married. Nice try, Kamala. Yeah, Mike Pence is actually going to vote for Trump because his wife won't let him vote for Kamala. Oh, snap. Yeah, I need it because I'm vegan. I don't have B12. Says random person on the internet. I do EMG. You mean you're a doctor and you give EMGs? EMG is painful. No, that's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear it's great. That's right, it's the mad cow disease. No. I wanted to hear that it's not painful. Tell me it's not painful. They said I could bring somebody with me for moral support or immoral support or amoral support. I'm like, what? It's great you misspoke. That's a relief. You should stream it. Here's Ben getting an EMG. Check for email when I subbed. Go Pam. Is there a doctor here? I am a doctor. Go Zoidberg. Yeah, I can bring Kramnik with you so he can start the procedure. Yeah. They said they can't be in the room during the procedure, but they can be there when you're talking with the doctor afterwards. Anyway, Karen can't wait to go. Yay, Archer's home. He hasn't been home in a long time. He was on some break. Eh. So EMG is painful? Damn. Yeah, I had an MRI on my head. Then they did an MRI on my neck. Then the neurologist wants to do an EMG. And then after that, we'll find some more tests they can do. EMG is a guitar pickup? You probably just need vitamin B12. That'll take care of everything. The study is typically well tolerated, but for some, it's nearly unbearable. Yay, that sounds good. I think it won't be unbearable because I'm barely a GM. So I think I can bear it with no bears. I know this chiropractor that calls himself a doctor. I am a doctor. It's like acupuncture with electricity. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you guys know how it's on Halloween, which is a very funny day to have an EMG. Okay, let's look at this game. We did a marker, I think, like an hour ago, confusing the YouTube editor. Can you do another marker? Like, here's actually the game. Sorry. You had one and didn't feel a thing? Yay. I'm a gynecologist, but this is my lunch hour. What? So this is the line in the Nightorf he didn't know so well, he said. Rook G1. That's actually theory, because every move is theory. Put it in H. These moves are all good. I should tell Matt Larson. See what Matt Larson has to say about this. It's not a bad line. I guess it's caught on. I knew Matt would like Rook G1 because it threatens G4. So. The engine doesn't like H4. It says F4 is better. Or King B1. Rook takes C3, X-clam. No, not even kidding. Rook takes C3, knight takes E4, and it's equal. This is also good. Doesn't like B4. Yeah, now it says white's much better. Yeah, black's just lost now. Ooh, that's not a good move. Now queen takes D5 wins. Yeah, better is queen takes d5, knight takes e7 check, knight takes d5. White has a rook and 2 pieces for a queen. So +3 point something. This is also good for white. White's just a pawn up. Well, that move's not good. Yeah, black is fine here. Black can play knight takes h4. It's even material. Yeah, you shouldn't take a draw here because your position's the best position you've had the whole game. After knight takes h4, all 3 results are possible. Yeah, white played very well, and then when white was winning, white played terribly. But yeah, like in this position, like just queen takes d5 is winning all of black's pieces. Yeah, rook, bishop, and knight for a queen is just winning. Black doesn't even have any pawns. This is winning also, but rook d7 is not a good move. White should play rook b6, attacking the pawn. And then rook d8 check is terrible. Then here you should just take on h4, and it's a game. I'm curious, Ben, why you waited so long to go for GM. Well, I was trying to let Gotham Chess become a GM at the same time, but he never did. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and I was like, okay, this is taking forever. So I just became a GM. I feel bad about it now. Yeah, Matt said Rook G1 line is okay. Take a picture. Queen takes d5 is too hard for a 1600. Man, the truth hurts. That's from Matt Larson. Matt says h4 is weird. Okay, analysis by Matt Larson, who's a Najdorf grandmaster. Nobody knows more about the Najdorf than Matt Larson. Nobody know how. Always play f3. All right, interesting game. Okay, the next 2 games are from Patrick. You will know Pat's name is the Lord. So I guess he liked his next game. Patrick's 2145. I assume it's Lee chess. I don't know. And his opponent is 1800. And time control is 10 minute with a 3-second increment. Would you expect Najdorf? I expect Najdorf to know nothing. Najdorf's been dead for like 20 years. No, Najdorf definitely wouldn't know more than Matt Larson about the Najdorf. Najdorf, when he played the Najdorf, didn't even have computers. Let me use the bathroom, and I'll get back to the Magnus question, which is I only played him once. This guy is a doctor on the street. I saw him at EMG on the 31st. He goes, I did EMG. He says, yeah, those would be painful. Karen says she had an EMG. I was petting my dog Kazoo. That's good. You do a marker about the next game, and then I leave. Is it wrong to use GM title and your internet names when you're only an IM? No. GM Levy. It has a certain ring to it. Okay, Pat's white. Pat, you played a human? Was this played on Elite Chess? Never seen you play a human. Pat's not saying nothing. OTB? Oh, this is like at your club or something. Okay. 5 minute with a 3 second increment. Oh, I thought it was 10 minute. I must have read it wrong. Okay, so Pat's white. It's Pat. It's the Lowenthal. Rick B, it doesn't look like the right move. First minor mistake of the game. Knight doesn't look like a good move. F5 is a terrible move. White's moves are all good. I think the engine slightly prefers E takes D5, but I like C takes D5. 2 bishops, what else? Wow, the engine wants you to take with the bishop and then take with the knight? Oh, it says they're the same. Okay. Oh, you did take with the bishop then with the knight. Wow. I guess knight E6 is annoying, so... Ooh, it says E takes F3 double question mark. Rook takes and white wins. Now white's threatening checkmate. God damn. This was first played in the game God versus Damn. So if bishop takes, then this is mate. And if it's white's move, rook takes F6 wins instantly. Yay, Sapu Bob gave 5 subs. Thanks, Sapu Bob. We're only 28 subs away from 600. Charge of the Light Brigade rode the 600. Get some more subs, he said. Subs to the right of him. Subs to the left of him. Naroditsky wondered, where's the engine on my screen? Shattered and sundered. Stormed at with engine lines and shell. He who had played so well. Shattered and sundered. Engine to the right of him. Engine to the left of him. Engine in front of him. Yeah, my stream is pretty similar to other ones. Kobe is correct. Hello. Stuck in the middle with you. And you will know my name is Alfred Lord Tennyson when I give my rhymes upon you. Ah! That's because Patrick said his name was the Lord. Anyway, his opponent resigned. It says Queen C7 is the best move, hanging the queen. It actually does say that. It says that's the best move. Man, the truth hurts. Yeah, that was a good game. No, Danya should definitely make a video where he plays Kramnik and he's accusing Danya of cheating. And then he can just play both parts. No, Danya does a great Kramnik. I can't do a great Kramnik. Can I see if you're in the queue to play? I'm not playing people today. Today's Sunday. Yeah, Kramnik is terrible, but Danya's Kramnik, that's a Kramnik. All right, good game. Let's look at another game from Pat. It's Pat. This is against a computer. Lichess AI level 6. 2200. No, 2200 on Lichess is like 1200. Not thrilled with how I played this game, but my endgame technique was okay-ish. Pat's always white. It's Pat. Even when he has black and an Alakine, he's still white. Did somebody do a marker? Oh, okay, Tensor did. Still theory. Queen B6, I thought it was bad. Yeah, this line's bad for black. The engine slightly prefers bishop B5. Slightly. But this is fine. H5? 97? I wouldn't play knight takes E4. I'm not saying it's a bad move, I just wouldn't play it. I like these pawns like they are here. Yeah, knight B3 seems good. Move your knight somewhere, kick the knight with F3. It's still better for white. Yeah, it says that's terrible and you should play F4 and it's equal. It says you should take on E4, so he can't, get his pawns going. And now it says you have to sack a piece. It says white is very slightly better, but with perfect play, it's a draw. And now white's clearly better. Now it's equal. Now white's better. 4 pawns for a piece. What else? Now you're just winning. Wait, king e6 and b5 are just terrible. Oh, king e6 is okay. But black has to play knight e7 here, still in the game. King f7? God damn. It's pandemonium up in this bitch. I would go here, but that's me. No, you had so many mates, and you chose the silliest one. Much more efficient to go here, 1 square instead of 3 squares. That was your only mistake of the game, was queen b7. It's Pat. Well, that was a good game. It says no time control. Yeah, I like your first game better, but that was good too. That was interesting. Did I miss a sub or something? 27 sub? Oh, I did. Potster Dean subscribed. Yay. Go Potster Dean. More terrible chess. It's coming. It's coming. How many chessboards in your house, and do you have any fancy ones? I don't know the answer to either of those questions. Yeah, you should have taken his h-pawn, gotten rid of all your pawns, promoted to bishop and knight, and then made him bishop and knight. Do that next time. All Pats must sub. Go Pats. Well, Pat's obviously a sub because his games are being shown. He meant the other Pat. Okay, next game, somebody do a marker. Hi, Ben. I'd like you to look at this game where my maneuvers lasted so long, I fell asleep several times. Both players are 1,700 plus on chess.com, and it was a, what's 180? 300, 600, 900, 30-minute game? Oh, no, 180 is 3 minutes. Yeah, I thought 300 times 6 was 180. I was only a 0 off. Okay, so this is a 3-minute game between two 1700s. Tortellino's our hero, and he's black. I flipped it a long time ago. Did somebody do a marker? Oh, Tensor Extension did. Okay. Boring. Okay, now black's close to winning. Rook G8 doesn't make any sense. The king needs the G8 square. Like, develop your queen, develop your bishop, mess up the pawns. Now after knight G5 check, white's in the game. Because if pawn takes, queen H5 is mate. So actually knight H is better. Yeah, this is a good piece sack. No, not queen C2. And now black's winning. Just winning. 2 bishops in a better position. Man, it's pandemonium on the queen side. Never play F3. A3 is a good move. Queen C1? God damn. White's position is good except for one thing. King B1. Yeah, white should play rook takes rook and lose this endgame. That's what white should do. Never play King B1. Mate. Terrible defense by white. Pretty good game from Tortellino. Pretty good. Your opponent, not too good. Yeah, that was a good game. That was at the Pat level. You just crushed your opponent. No, that wasn't terrible at all. Although, if you were rooting for white, then it was terrible. And white was even higher rated. Let's see, what countries are these? Italy versus Philippines. That's basically the same country. Right next to each other. You'll now see a terrible game. Frankly, terrible. We'll take a little break so you guys can donate. Because we looked at most of the games in the first hour. Now we have an hour to go. You're 1,800 now? Good. Why are all the games terrible? Because all chess games are terrible. That's why they're all terrible. I never unsubbed you on Twitch, and I'm glad I didn't. That's correct. Yeah, we have 1,800 people watching on Twitch and 100 people watching on YouTube. Although the only reason we have a lot of people on Twitch is because I'm on Chess TV. Otherwise, we'd have 100 on both. GoChess.com. 25 Norwegian kroner. Would you play F3 for 100 billion Indian in kroner? What is that, like $5? You ever played Chess Sharks? I mainly play Chess Minnows, but I could play Sharks. Don't forget, tomorrow's my lecture on the Scotch Gambit. Kamala's birthday. Go Kamala. Is she 60? Let's see, Kamala. Yeah, Kamala's 60 years old today. She's older than me. And Karen. Drink Scotch whiskey all night long. Die behind the wheel. This position reminds me of a game I played about 12 years ago against Anatoly Lane. Let's find that game. Okay, this game was played in 2010, so 14 years ago. Okay, so this is the final position of this game. Like, remember it. And this is my final position against Lane. Man, the truth hurts. Good thing I was black against Lane. He was a lane main fighting machine. But not this game. The best move is queen takes pawn, giving the queen away. Otherwise, I have forced mate. Pam's almost 70. God damn. When her IQ gets to 75, let me... Oh, her age. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about something else. Oh, snap. I'm also almost 70, but I'm going to be almost 70 for the next 14 years. Pam's not voting for Kamala because Kamala's too young. On the other hand, Pam was a police officer and Kamala was a prosecuting attorney, so Pam is voting for Kamala. Oh, snap. I was born in 69. So this is my game, and this is the other game. The other game, my game. See, similar. Not too similar, but a little bit. Okay, next game. Let's see. Did I miss a game? Oh, I missed a game. I'm white, and this was an OTB game, 90-30 last week. Last week I submitted a game where I beat a higher rated opponent. This game was going to be the same. I was happy that I was going to beat a higher rated opponent, but little did I know, I blundered the only thing he was threatening. Whenever I get a winning position, I just ignore my opponent's moves because I think I'm winning anyway, for one thing. There are so many games I was winning so hard, but I managed to lose or draw because of this. I should not stop calculating even though I'm winning, but somehow I can't do it throughout the whole game, and when I stop, I blunder. Man, the truth hurts. Don't forget how close I live to you. What are you, like 2 hours away? I think you're about 2 hours away. Something like that. Did somebody do a marker? I forgot. Oh, you did a marker. Okay. Okay, so white is our hero, but it turned out badly for our hero. It's a Catalan. It's a Tarish. It's a Catalan Tarish. Now it's a real Tarish. Black sacrifices a pawn, but it's pretty good. E3 is a bit meek. G6 is just terrible. Now white's winning. Knight takes d5 is completely winning because you attack the bishop and you threaten this. Very good. Now you're plus 3.6. Now you're plus 4. You're just up like 12 pawns. You're up so many pawns, I can't even understand it. You got the octopus knight. Can't beat that. Queen g8? God damn. Now you're up 4 pawns. What else? 5 pawns. Uh-oh, threatening queen f2. Did white see it? No. Yeah, queen takes a2 threatens this. So rook d1 wasn't a good move because you're hanging this, which threatens that. But you're still winning. But then you missed queen f2. And then unfortunately, now you're lost because you undefended g4. It's funny, if it was black to move here, you're still winning because queen takes pawn, king h1. But you move your queen away from the f3 square. So now they have queen f3 check and queen check and then queen f1 mate. Man, that sucks. Yeah, it's easy to lose focus when you're completely winning like that. You have to watch out for your opponent's threats. Especially in the Catalan, f2 is a weak square. Usually it's because there's a bishop on c5, but here it's because of the rook and the queen. So rook d1 was risky. And then you have to defend f2 and you forgot about it. Man, that's too bad. I feel bad for you. I've never lost a chess game. That's terrible. Big Daddy, 1 bit. Thank you. Everybody's lost like that. The truth hurts. Oh, yeah, what happened in the game with San Francisco and Kansas City? The Chiefs won 28-18. The Chiefs are 6-0. Man, everybody was injured on both sides of that game. Yeah, I saw it when it was 14-12 and they missed the extra point. It's weird to go for an extra point there, but then miss it. That's even weirder. The Bengals did beat the Browns. I think they beat the Browns. Okay, we're 27 subs away from 600. Who's going to give 27 subs? Some maniac, I assume. So the Chiefs are the only perfect team left. And then, are the Lions and the Vikings the only 5-1s, or is there another 5-1? There should be another team that's 5-1. I just can't think of who they are. Or 6-1. Yeah, the Lions lost the first game of the season, I think. The Lions and the Vikings are 5-1. Is there anybody else who's 5-1 or 6-1? Ooh, unsub in between. That's good. Did you see Michigan lose again? I didn't even know Michigan was playing. I was watching the U.S. Championship and the U.S. Women's Championship. So I had no idea that we're playing even. Oh, Houston lost today? So the Lions and Vikings, who just play each other, are tied for second. And they're in the same division. Man, that's a tough division. Every team is 4-2 or better. How did the Green Bay Packers do? Did they beat the Texans? Who did Green Bay play? Yeah, I know Michigan lost yesterday. Green Bay pulled it out? Man, what would Trump say about that? Did Green Bay beat Houston? Who'd they beat? Trump's going to win the Green Bay vote because they pulled it out? Yeah. If a Trump supporter offered you $1,000 for an hour lesson, would you accept? Well, that would depend. Does Karen know about this, or Karen never finds out? If Karen knows about it, then sure. We were driving in the neighborhood yesterday, and there's like Trump signs and Kamala signs. There was a Trump sign, and Karen said, like, a fucking idiot. Go, Karen. You would do it for about $350? Most of our neighborhood is Kamala, but there's some evil people in our neighborhood. You know, it's a rich neighborhood, so what are you going to do? Some dummies vote for Trump. But typically in the suburbs here, people are voting for Kamala. Evil. I'm not saying if you vote for Trump, you're evil. What I'm saying is if you vote for Trump, you're evil. What's that? I just repeated the same thing? Oh, okay. Never mind. You don't have to be evil. You can be really stupid. Would you rather be evil or stupid? Or you could be both. Don't underestimate both. Okay, let's get back to whatever it is I was doing. Hi, Ben. I got to use the same opening tactic twice this week, having a lot of fun with it. This is a rapid game where I'm white. Okay, and this is from Tinu, from Northern Ireland, of course. Yeah, this is already bad for black. This is in my D4 course. Yeah, that's no good. Oh, did you get to play knight takes e5? Yay! Yeah. I showed this to a 6-year-old Atul Yeshetty. He did it several times. Exact same position. Now, black's position sucks here, but knight e5 just loses immediately. This I've known for like 20 years, this position. Because Achulia was getting it a lot. Then bishop check and takes. And white's just winning here. I analyzed this without an engine and decided white was winning. Then we turned the engine on and the engine agreed. 20 years ago. Even the engines 20 years ago knew white was winning. C7, the only winning move. Yeah, and white's just up a piece. F3 and F6. The game might have ended in a draw. White's just up a piece here for nothing. I guess black resigned because black's down a piece. Is that the fan or is that raining outside? Or is it the air conditioning? Yeah, nobody knows. It cost me $30 to eat out. It used to cost me $5. Well, I told you to stop going to the fancy restaurant and go back to McDonald's, but you didn't listen. Oh, snap. The economy is always much better under Democrats. It's a fact. Stock market's always way up. People have more money. Poor people do better. It's not an issue that Republicans can run on. The Republicans ruin the economy because they make the deficit go way, 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 way up. And then Democrats have to come in and fix it. Akala Viadyara. Hooray. The economy speaks for itself. Well, obviously, in some situations, the president can't control the economy because economies are now of the world. It's not just like the economy of suburban Atlanta. Everything that happens in the world has a butterfly effect on the economy. So the only question is America doing better than other countries? And the answer is yes. But the economy is always better under Democrats because Republicans just give tax breaks to billionaires and billionaires make more money. Then when the Democrats are president, billionaires still make more money. Then when Republicans the president, billionaires make more money. So billionaires make more money. But if you're a poor person, you want a Democrat to be the president so that your taxes aren't raised and things aren't higher cost and such. The Republicans lie about this and say they do a better job, but they don't. And when a Democrat's in office and Republicans run the Congress, they just make sure nothing happens. Then they blame the Democrats. Republicans are evil and stupid, and you guys are stupid, so it gels together really well. And if you don't believe me, you can start the economic procedure, which will be run by Kramnik and my neurologist, who's also going to start the procedure. And they're going to take your muscles and make them electric and see if the economy changes. Anyway, I hope you learned a lot about this. I was an economics major for a brief period of time. I studied under the tutelage of some guy nobody's heard of. But I was friends with Nate Solin's dad, who's an economist. You guys know Nate Solin from the chess world? His dad's Gary Solin, a famous economist. You can look up Gary Solin on the internet. It'll say Nate Solin's dad, or it won't. Gary Solin's probably more famous in the economics world than Nate Solin is in the chess world. Very suspicious. Half of the U.S. does not vote Republican. Most people don't vote. But there's a lot of voting going on, which is good for Democrats because people who vote are Democratic, and people who don't vote that should be voting are usually Democrats. So when there's a lot of voting, that means Democrats win. That's why I'm very sure that Kamala is going to win and probably get 300 electoral votes. Go Kamala. Boo evil Trump and evil followers and stupid ones. Okay, back to the games. We got one more game. It's Fen Economist versus Cito Talk. Was that France? France. Let's see what Fen Economist has to say for himself. Happy birthday to me. It's Fen Economist's birthday. I played some quick blitz games after church. Boo. And thought you would thoroughly detest this one. I just detest the fact that you went to church. My gift to you all is that you can all point and laugh at me. I promise I'll play a real time control again soon, and maybe I'll play with a real brain too. Well, Fen Economist won, so I don't see what the problem is. This is 3+2, and both players are 1230 on chess.com, which is about 2300 on Lee Chess. So, okay, our hero's white. We need okay, you did a marker. Okay, this is the last game. If you want to submit a game for me to look at, make sure next week you do it before 6 p.m. Eastern, not after 7 p.m. Eastern. So we had a lot of games submitted too late. Too late. Okay, this is a 3-minute game, so be nice. I was talking to myself. These moves are all fine. That's a good move. There's nothing wrong with these moves. Well, okay, that move I don't like. White should play bishop here and take back with the bishop. Now black's a pawn up. Yeah, and here black should play queen takes d4 and win the center pawn. Well, d5 is not good, but it's a 3-minute game. Yeah, either c3 defending the pawn or g4 attacking the bishop. Yeah, this is okay. This game isn't bad. This game's all right. f4 is not a good move, but it's aggressive. f5 is not a good move, but it's aggressive. d4 is not a good move. It opens up the bishop here. This is exactly what white was playing for. So d4 is very bad. It helps white. Now white has tremendous pressure on f7. Knight takes f7 is actually much stronger. Ooh, king h8 is really bad. Because if the white queen gets to the h-file, it's mate. So black should play rook takes and sack the exchange. Always sack the exchange. In that case, white's advantage is held to a minimum. But after this, white wants to get the queen to the h-file, and white played the best move here, and the engine actually announces mate. This engine, which is Stockfish Light, it says mate in 30, and it's like the bad version of Stockfish. Like, this version doesn't know if it should vote for Trump or Jill Stein. This engine is not very good. But it still sees mate in 30 in like 2 seconds. So that's pretty good. Anyway, do you guys see what white should do? White wants to get the queen to one of the squares that I put in red, because that would be checkmate. Right, so he played queen e1. That's the winning move. And the problem with your king g7 is I have a bishop on c1. So if you play bishop h6 and king g7, I can play knight e6 check. then when you take, this is checkmate. Okay, so black played queen b6, ignoring the threat, and then white checkmated black. White playing g4, f4, f5 was very creative. I think white played fine that game. It wasn't the best way of playing, but it's a 3-minute game, and white played super aggressively to attack on the king side, and it worked because black never developed their pieces on the queen side. Black had a good position, but then as soon as white started making threats on the king side, then black fell apart. And that's how you beat people. You put pressure on them. It doesn't matter what the engine says. It matters how they face your attack and whether they can stop it. And in this case, the answer was no. And queen b6 is a strange move because that's not a retreat. And you have to retreat like a Frenchman. But he didn't do that, even though he's French. And so forth. That's correct. You play aggressively, don't listen to the engine, and try to beat people. Then they won't defend correctly, then you win. That's also how you win in poker. You give people decisions to make, then they make the wrong decision. When you go all in, they fold when you're bluffing, and they call when you have it. You have to make them do that with the Vulcan mind something. You got to do something. You want your opponents to make big mistakes. So when you threaten mate and 5 and winning pieces and forking and skewering, the opponents don't know how to handle it. Then they make big mistakes and you win. So in that game, white thought he played badly, but in less than 20 moves, he checkmated his opponent, and his opponent didn't develop their queen side because white made threats and it was too hard for black. I mean, if you're playing people who vote for Trump or Jill Stein, they're not going to defend properly against your attack. They don't have the brain power to do it. Okay, I'll play some people some chess because we have half an hour left in the stream. Go Democrats. Boo Republicans. Nobody's challenging me. What's going on here? This is your chance to play a GM and you're not doing nothing. 3-minute unrated or 5-minute unrated, I don't care. Either one's good. Wait, where's my engines at? Engine says E4 best by test. Yeah, I'm up a pawn. Go Ben. Republicans for Harris. Hooray. Also known as Republicans against Trump. Hey, I can play like Bonarici's opponent. Never play F6. It's the Bonarici's opponent attack. Is there a move that's not Queen B8? What was I missing? Yeah, I could get mated. Oh well. I guess if I get mated, I'll lose. Stop the game. It's too exciting. Truth hurts. On king b8, I think I can check here and take and queen c1 and bishop f4. But it could be after rook here, then he plays king takes. Let me see what the evaluation was. Okay, I'm winning here. I'm winning here. I'm winning here. I'm winning here. King b8, rook c8, king b7, queen b3. I'm still winning. Okay, so here's the main line. Is here, 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 check, here, check, here, queen a4 check. Now if king here, bishop here wins. And if king here, queen here check wins and takes the rook. That's the main line. So I was winning like the whole game basically. Yeah, the whole game I'm winning, even though, it looks suspicious what I did. Yeah, king b8, that line is forced, the line I just showed you. That's best play for both sides. What's funny is he can give his queen away and try to mate me. Because this is unstoppable mate, but I have mate in 10 here. Bishop takes wins and rook e1 check wins. Thanks, Jimster1234. Okay, a perfect game. Well, I love so many pieces. Boy, I'm up 4 pieces. That's a lot of pieces. I played 92.6 and you played 69.8. But you played better than your rating and I played worse than my rating. The funniest thing in the cap score is I played 11 best moves and you played 1 best move. 1 best move, that's not too good. But it is funny. 19 move game, you only played one best move. Terrible. Go, go, Kamala. Time for Kamala to blitz Trump. Draw by reputation. If he played C3, it would be like the game that we looked at in the games we just looked at. I would take and take and take and take and take. Castles. Oh, I have to do this first and then this. What? Ah, I can't believe chess.com's broken again. Won't let me castle. I wonder if Kamala begs for subs like I do. Somebody has to do it. Let's see, do I check and take? Nah, I just take this. No, I hung a pawn. Boo. Hung another pawn. Give a pawn, take a pawn. And if I didn't hang all my pawns, I'd be better. Okay, don't hang any more pawns, Ben. Everybody's in Wang Chung tonight. Everybody's in Wang Chung tonight. Well, I can't legally win this position. It's too bad. Yay, a perfect game. If I didn't hang all my pawns. I played 84.5 and you played 84.8. You played 2500 and I played 2300. We both played 24 best moves. You played 5 great moves and I played 3 great moves. Very suspicious. Well earned. I knew I should have played 3 minute instead of 5 minute. Yeah, everybody plays better than me now. Damn. But at 3 minute, that's okay. Not at 5 minute. Man, you guys are tough. 3-digit ratings. Ah! 3-digit ratings are right for me. How come nobody's banning Robert I. Peters? What are you guys doing? Do I have any mods here? Terrible. You banned him? Oh, okay. I don't see him as banned. There you go. Now banned again. Once, twice, 3 times I banned you. And I love to ban you. What country is this? Uruguay. We were talking about that yesterday. Yay, Connect 4, I win. Looks like a Falk beer counter gambit, even though it's not. Yeah, looks like. That's funny. What month did you go to China? I went to China. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Man, threatening mate. God damn. Gotta watch my step. These 800s are tough. Trump said he's going to crack down on illegal immigration, and the first 2 people he's going to kick out of the country are Melania and Musk. Man, tough break. Two people who were here illegally. Man, my game was bad until it wasn't. Obama and Kamala are in Atlanta for Rally Thursday. Will I see you there? No. All right, who can I raid? Who can I raid? It's fun to raid people. Well, Nemsko raided me yesterday, so I guess her. All right, tomorrow's my lecture on the Scotch Gambit. For those who don't come, I'll see you guys on Tuesday.